Hi, REEA, and happy fall. I hope you all are as excited about the cooler temperatures as I am. And bluntly, I am ready for seasons where we get to eat just as much delicious food as we want, but keep that between us. Today, I wanted to come to you in sort of a short digital format to share with you a couple of ideas from a recent presentation I did for the North Carolina Real Estate Educators Association's fall conference. The name of that presentation was What I've Learned Since I've Been Teaching. And though it was meant to be a really light-hearted sort of way to kick off the conference, no one had had their coffee, people were getting settled in from either driving in or from the night before, and it was really meant to be just that fun romp for a half an hour, and we accomplished that. However, I think there were some useful takeaways there that we wanted to share with a broader audience. One of the slides that I show in that presentation is this one. And it says, "Don't blame the fish." Well, gosh, if we saw this scene, if we came upon this, it's pretty hard to imagine that we would blame the fish. They have nothing to do with what's going on here. But oftentimes, we do just that with our students. We tend to step back and say, well, they didn't do enough. Well, maybe it's us that didn't do enough. We all understand that there's a certain amount of buy-in and hard work that's required of our students. And I'm not trying to excuse those that don't do the work. But self-introspection by us, by the instructor, can be a hugely powerful tool in making sure that we're presenting that material in the best possible way so that our students can engage with it and can learn it and can build a solid foundation. You know, take something like the T-bar. This is a widely used tool. Real estate classrooms all over the country use this to help with math, which is a tough subject for real estate students. Sometimes, though, tools like these, which we've picked up at conferences along the way from instructors who are better than us, are not presented to students as a way to help solve their problems. They're presented as a way to get by, as if you can't do it the regular way, here's something that may help you. Well, that sounds an awful lot like math for dummies to me. And that kind of presentation can really cripple what could be a super effective tool. So if you aren't really engaging with the tools, maybe you need to step back and take a look at how you're presenting those things so that students will be more willing to engage with them and can help them really, really devour that material in a way that they're going to understand it moving forward. You know, Ralph Nader said that our last mistake is our best teacher. Gosh, that's true in so many different facets of life, and the classroom is no different. Just because we have been put in front of the classroom does not mean we're excused from learning from our mistakes. As a matter of fact, I can make an argument that us as instructors learning from our mistakes is probably more important than anybody else in the industry. Because for better or worse, our students learn not only the things we want them to learn from us, they learn the things we'd rather not that they pick up along the way as well. And so our mistakes get replicated time and time again for clients years down the road. Now, that's not meant to scare anybody. It's meant to simply say we have to learn and we have to grow from when we do make those mistakes. Embrace it. Pick up and change. Change is a necessary requirement for anybody to improve, and we are no different from that. We can learn from those mistakes so that our students benefit from that moving forward in the world. You know, lastly, I want to point out the importance of keeping them engaged. And I think the best way that you can do that, in most cases, is by getting them smiling, having them laugh every once in a while. It opens them up. The best learners are those who are smiling and laughing, because that's when their minds and their hearts are the most open to what you're presenting to them. They have plenty of stresses, both in the classroom and outside in the real world, no matter if they're in a pre-licensing class trying to get through this for the first time, or if they're a 30-year veteran who just needs those continuing education hours. They have stresses galore, and they don't need us to add to those. In fact, a little bit of a levity escape from that stress could be just the thing that they need to help them be able to manage the information that you're trying to present. that's just a quick little roundup of the things that we talked about at the NC REEA Fall Conference in my short presentation. I hope you found it interesting. I certainly appreciate your time and welcome any comments, questions that you might have. You can always email me at traviseverett@gmail.com. I thank you, and I hope you have a great day.